Oops. Good morning. I did it again. I did it again. I get so into whatever I'm looking up or working on right before I'm supposed to start morning coffee that I'm a minute late. And I look up and it's 6:01 and it's like, oh yeah, that's right. I guess a minute is not going to kill anyone, right? Good morning, Opa. Looks like you got here right away today. I wonder how that happened. So, good morning, sunshine. Good morning, beautiful weather once again. Although, rumor has it, we're going to have a hot day here in the desert. But it's usually a hot day in the desert. But no kidding, we have had the most amazing weather lately. Like amazing. We go out to play tennis and there's just enough breeze and just enough sun so you can be comfortable and run around and not be a hot, sweaty mess. Okay, that's not entirely true. Yesterday we were kind of hot, sweaty messes. Yeah, but it was so good. All right, so here's my job. My job is to get that my body is awesome. Yeah, no matter what shape my shape is, my body is supporting me so beautifully. It's letting me run and play. And look, I can open and close my hands and use my opposing thumbs and see out of my eyes and smell and talk and hear. Well, okay, I don't do everything perfectly, but I do it well enough to get by, right? Yeah, the legs get me where I need to go. Okay, Jonathan, you made it. JB is here. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, it's already 75 where Opa is, and I don't know what it is out here right now, but it just looks beautiful. I know. Can you see out my window? Let me see. No, not really, huh? Not really. I've got beautiful pink, hot pink, and light pink and yellow flowers right out the window, and lots of green, and a tree and grass. And it's a happy place. It is. It really is. I asked the gardener if he could please buy some night blooming jasmine and plant it in the yard because I love that smell. Yeah, I know. Do it yourself, right? No. See this? Do you see any green on those thumbs? No. I do. I'm just not that good at it. If I want to go work out in the yard, it means that I'm either picking up dog poop or watering cactus. I'm not that handy in the backyard. I'm just going to say, yes, it's true. What does that say? Oh, yeah. Where you are, Opa, it does get humid. Where I am, not so much. But that's one of the things I like about my desert is it's very dry. So even when it's really hot, not so bad. Hey, did I tell you already that they announced that the tennis tournament is going to be back in the desert again in October? It's usually in March. Not used to going to a tennis tournament in October. Let's face it, none of us are used to going to any kind of big events. And I'm just still feeling a little uncomfortable about the idea. It is outdoors. That's the good news. But you are kind of close to each other when you're sitting in those stands. I, I don't know. The jury's still out on this one for me. I'm not sure what I want to do. I'm just not sure. Okay, so first of all, I want to say that I finally looked up salt guns to get rid of all the flies that we have out there. Because seriously, between like 1 and 4 in the afternoon, we have a serious fly problem outside, but only in the backyard. And I can't figure out what they're so attracted to. So I looked up salt guns, Opa. That was Opa's idea. Excuse me, it's like a whole industry that I knew nothing about. It's like getting into Nerf guns. The salt guns I think they're the ones you're talking about. They range in price from like 40 to $100 for a gun to shoot bugs. I'm sorry. And then they have holsters and they have special salt ammunition you can eat. I mean, okay, I have to declare the salt gun is not going to be the way I get rid of the flies in the backyard. Thank you for the idea. If I ever get really bored, maybe What did you do today? I went fly hunting with my assault rifle. I mean, it was like, Opa, what were you thinking? I still need something. The bags, the baggies with the coins in them. Apparently, one broke or got knocked off something, and it landed on the leather couch, and now there's this great big stain on the chair. Oh, I feel so bad about that. Speaking of which, the trash company in the desert here, and I think in most places, will do large item pickup if you call them in advance. And I think I was allowed 4 items a year or something like that. And you can put big items out on the street and they'll take them away for you. Well, I called to get the couch and chair that are outside to get them picked up because we don't want them anymore. And they charge for it here. Yeah, it would be like $50 to have them take it away. They can just sit in the yard for now. I don't know what I'm going to do with those. It's Geek Pride Day. How cool is that? Let your geek flag fly today. So I did a little research for you and I looked up geek, and it is unfashionable or socially inept. Oh, come on. Aren't there times when we're all unfashionable? God knows my daughter thinks I can be very unfashionable. Really, Mom? You're going to wear that? No, now in all fairness, sometimes and most of the time she says, oh, that looks good. But I have to think about it so hard because I like everything to be matchy. And she makes fun of me for that. That is not fashionable. But if I'm wearing stripes, I want to wear something that goes with stripes. If I'm wearing, I don't mix and match like that unless it's wildly mix and match. And then I think it's cool, but it's not fashionable. So if you are not fashionable, today is the day to just let it all hang out and be unfashionable. It's okay today because it's Geek Day. But by the way, a geek is also someone, according to the dictionary, who is knowledgeable or a passionate enthuser. Okay, so maybe it's geeky to be like me and get excited about everyday things. But you know what? Let your geek flag fly today because it is Geek Pride Day. I am a geek and I am proud. Yeah. It's also Brown Baguette Day. When you were a kid at school and you had a choice of getting into the brown bag line or the lunch line, which line did you get into and how did you feel about that? It depends, I guess, on what you have for lunch. I mean, there's some days when your mom made your lunch and it was, oh my God, you had brownies and stuff in it. You had stuff you could trade with other kids for the stuff you didn't like in your lunch. My mother always made us really good lunches, but I guess when you have a mom who takes that good care of you, sometimes you just want to be like the other kids and have your 25 cents and buy your lunch in the cafeteria. Sometimes you don't have 25 cents to buy your lunch. I don't know. Brown Baguette. Well, that assumes that you're not eating at home because it would look pretty silly to make your lunch, put it in a bag, and then walk over to the dining room table, right? But it is Brown Baguette Day. So if you are going out, skip going out to lunch or go out to lunch and have a drink and bring your brown bag with you. I don't know. Okay. It is also National Wine Day and National Tap Dance Day. I don't know about you, but for this gal, every day is wine and tap dance day. I was in a show, a community theater show. I guess it was for 70 Girls 70. And there was a lot of tap dancing in it. And none of us knew how to tap dance. So we went to dancing school for 6 months before the show. Yeah, seriously. And we took tap dancing lessons. So I don't know if I've admitted this to you before, but I have trouble following directions. Yeah, a lot of trouble. I don't know about you. I can't do line dancing. I can't. I just can't follow the directions. Anybody out there agree? I mean, anyone else I love to dance. I love to move, but I like the freeform stuff. So when I tap dance, which I do with great enthusiasm, you should forgive the expression, wing it, because I don't know how to do what they tell me to do. I only know how to do what I do. Hi, Bailey. Did you see Bailey coming in? Anyway, I tap dance all the time. I love to tap dance, but I really don't know how. No, I don't. But I do know how to drink wine, but only Pinot Noir, so I do that. Tap dance whilst being a geek, drinking wine and brown bagging it. Woo! Yes, Jonathan. JB remembers anything goes with Miss Irene. Oh my God, we had the best time. Okay, JB, I know you have pictures from that. JB was in that show with me. Wait till you see him in his little sailor suit with he's so cute. But come on, seriously, we did tap dance our hearts out, did we not? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Kickball change, kickball change. We had a great time. And today is the day to celebrate it. Woo! Okay, it's National Towel Day. National Towel Day. I had to look that one up too, because it was like, really? National Towel Day? So it's celebrated because Douglas Adams wrote A Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. If you didn't read it, you should like get stoned and read it sometime. It's interesting. But there's this whole thing about towels in there, and I copied some of it down because I think that if it's National Towel Day or International Towel Day, we should celebrate it, and here's why. Adams, the author of the book, said that you can have control of your life by knowing where your towel is at all times. A towel, he says, is about the most massively useful thing an interstellar hitchhiker can have, partly because it has great practical value. You can wrap it around you to get warm. You can lay on it. You can sleep under it. You can use it as a sail if you want to go sailing. You can wet it and use it for hand-to-hand combat. You can wrap it around your head to stay cool or to ward off noxious fumes or hide. You can wave it in an emergency so people can see you. It's a distress signal. You can dry yourself off with it. But it also has immense psychological value. And this part cracks me up. The assumption is that if you see a hitchhiker carrying a towel, you assume that he probably also has soap and toothpaste and a hairbrush and Band-Aids and whatever, and you'll have no qualms about lending him or giving him that one other item that he may have forgotten, because he looks very respectable. Because how cool is it that he could be in this dangerous situation of being a hitchhiker and still know where his towel is? So, celebrate your towel today. And yes, Opa, tap dance wearing a geeky towel. I got this. Okay, 1986, Hands Across America. Do you remember that? Do you remember where you were? I totally remember standing in the street with all these people around me. I can't remember who was part of it in 86, but I totally remember standing in the street and seeing people holding hands in each direction for as long as I could see. I don't even remember what we did it for. I just remember we did it. Hands Across America. That was so cool. By the way, it's also Tap Dancing Day to celebrate Bill Bojangles. Do you remember him? He tap danced with Shirley Temple, my own personal little hero, danced his heart out. He was amazing. Oh, if we get JB, how about Fred, huh? Do you remember Fred the tap dancer? Oh, glorious. Anyway, a lot of great tap dancers. I might have to do some tap dancing later on today. In 1968, they dedicated that giant archway in St. Louis. Have you ever been there? because you can actually take an elevator and go up to the top of the arch, and they have windows all along the very top, and you can look out at the windows. I mean, look out from the windows, and the views they're astounding. The last time I was in St. Louis, time before, I was there with my friend Lolo, and we got this room in the hotel we stayed at that was the top floor of, I can't remember what hotel it was, but it was a great hotel, top corner floor, and we were almost eye level with the arch. We could see into the arch from where we were. That was an awesome room. I don't mind telling you. Yeah, we paid a little extra for it, but it was totally worth it. Totally worth it. What else? What else? Oh, the last episode of Opa on this day in 2011. It didn't end that long ago, did it? Of course, you all know that I got to be a guest on Opa, right? Yeah. She was quite the lady. If I lived in Chicago, I would have tried to be friends with her. I mean, we sat and chatted in the green room before the show, and she was, I think one of the things that made her so special, makes her so special, is when you talk to her, she's just a regular person, just a wonderful, interested and interesting person. Here's to you, Opa. You're Ducky. I'm wearing yellow today, see, so I had to have a yellow cup. Wait. There's so many comments today. I love it. Fred Crawford, he was amazing. Opa or Oprah? Did I call her Opa? No, Oprah. But you're amazing too, Opa. Seriously. What else? Star Wars was launched in 1979, the first Star Wars. I mean, I think the minute people saw Star Wars, they knew it was a big deal. But did you have any idea that it was going to be around so long? And Mandalorians, and I mean, like, yeah, it's a big deal. In 1961, JFK gave a speech committing to getting a man on the moon by the end of the century. And by 1969, it actually happened. Oh, how I wish he'd lived to see it. No kidding. It's about commitment. It is about saying you're going to do something and being totally committed in every way to making sure that it happens. That's what commitment is. It's keeping your word. What are you committed to? If you want to know what you're committed to, look around you. The life you have is what you're committed to. You might want to check into your commitments and see what you need to work on. Just saying. I like to say that the way it is the lowest common denominator. Try and get this. The way it is in life is the lowest common denominator between what you say you want and what you've been willing to put up with. Yeah. Yeah. Like, treat your life like it matters. Okay, what else? Babe Ruth hit his 714th home run today and then retired. It was the last home run he ever hit. He hit 714 home runs in his baseball history. And happy birthday to, we said Bojangles, but also Igor Sikorsky. Does that name even sound familiar to you? It should, because he's the guy who gave us the helicopter originally, I guess. And it was like it was much later that we got the Sikorsky helicopters for just like regular people and for the military. But yeah, Sikorsky helicopters, they're not cheap. I do believe former President Trump has a Sikorsky helicopter, and they're like, I don't know, millions and millions of dollars for one of these. Okay, finally, the word art for today. It's so valuable. It's so important, and it's all for you. because all it says is be nicer to you, because where would you be without you? And it's one of those things that I often share that's so simple, not necessarily easy, but so simple. What can you do today to be nicer to you? What if one day, for one full day, this would be tough. Even I get nervous thinking about this. You didn't make yourself wrong. You didn't judge yourself for one full day. Okay, how about an hour? Can you do it for an hour? Give it a shot. Okay, Fritzy report. Sorry, I wrote that right up at the top of my notes today, right along with, oh, by the way, I'm on season 2 again of Game of Thrones, and I am totally hooked, just like the first time around. It's amazing how much I didn't see the first time around that I'm noticing the second time around. I love Game of Thrones. And Fritzy report. I went to see her yesterday. As always, I walked in the room and it was, and she does this like little scream and puts her arms out and then starts smothering me with kisses and pulls me into her on the on her wheelchair. I swear to you, she's gonna kill me one day just by pulling me into that wheelchair, because I'm not that big and I slide down anyway. She was just so full of love. And I did what I frequently do. I took her back to her room to visit with her. And we went to the portal so I could call my brother and my kids. And hardly anybody was home yesterday. But my son Mike was home. And it was so cute because he was so excited to be with this adorable little lady. And she listened like this. And she'd look up at me and smile and then take my face in her hands and bring it down and kiss me. She was cracking us up. He would talk and she would turn around and kiss me. I cannot tell you how much I am enjoying being the favorite child right now. It's so cool. Yeah. Well, I waited a long time to get here. I waited my turn. It's my turn now. But in the meantime, the young man, Hector, who takes care of her, he's the one who said, please, could you get me a new brush? I love to brush her hair, and I can't find a brush for her anywhere. Is that like so cute? She adores this kid. It's so sweet. And that's what he said. Whenever I go in to wake her up, she smiles at me and tells me she loves me. That's Fritzy. She's a lover. Get some love today, along with a sip and a smile. Happy Tuesday. Go have some tacos or something. I don't know. See you Wednesday.